All right. Well, hey, Capricorn, welcome back to PeonyLore, where we help you to find the beauty in all things. So this is going to serve for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Capricorn, officially for the week of June the 14th through the 20th. And yes, I know the sign is a couple of days late. As I explained to some of the other signs, I did not arrive back in town for my daughter's graduation until late Monday night. So we're just going to go through these particular readings here so that you can get caught up, and the majority of the information is going to come into play on Thursday, and the majority of the rest is going to be on Sunday. So you'll have reached this in enough time, hopefully, to have seen kind of what messages are coming from Spirit. Okay, so as we've done in the past, we are going to use the Sacred Geometry deck as the base for the overall theme of the reading. And we're going to use the Thought Tarot deck, we're going to use the Sacred Geometry deck, and we're going to use the Oracle of the Radiant Sun as guided. And then we are going to use the Lightworkers Oracle deck for any additional content that needs to come out for you. Okay, so I'm just going to give these a couple of quick shuffles. I'm just going to refer to my quick notes here. Yes, so the Thursday information that I want to talk to you about is the first quarter moon in Virgo. And I don't normally talk about the quarter moons and the half moons and all the other kind of different slivers of the moon, but this one was important because this one is going to be involved with making sure that you're being very practical with things. The moon signs have changed a little bit. The energies have changed from being in Libra, trying to balance some things out for several days. And when it goes into the sign of Virgo, now it's going to ask you to take that pumped up energy that we've had and be practical with the content. So I wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. That's Thursday the 17th. On the 18th, many organizations are going to start observing Juneteenth. So those will be some celebrations that'll be taking place this weekend, the 18th and the 19th. Then, of course, you know, we have the summer solstice in the sign of Cancer, and starts the beginning of Cancer season, which I think is gorgeous. This is a really good time for spiritual practice and seeking first to understand so that you can be better understood when it comes to some things. Everyone needs to kind of take a step back from blurting out. They need to be better listeners at this particular moment. That will help you. Of course, we have Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to all the fathers that are out there, or mothers, or aunties, or uncles, or cousins, whoever stepped in to support that divine masculine role for the children. We appreciate you. We honor you. Thank you very much. Okay. And then just when you didn't think that we had enough retrogrades going on, on the 20th, we have the sign of Jupiter going into retrograde in the sign of Pisces. And what's significant about this is that Pisces is going to be a little bit flowy when it comes to the earthen, practical, material money. So there's going to be a lot of significance around money, your savings, you know, abundance of savings, how things are flowing, new prosperitable moments coming through for people. Of course, it won't hit everyone in the same way, but the likelihood that it wouldn't affect you is kind of interesting. Somebody made a comment to me that says, well, I don't really believe in all of the different stuff that happens when it comes to the transits and all that stuff. Good on you. And even if you choose not to experience that portion of what goes on in the celestial heavens, many people do, and there's some things that are quite undeniable, and so you might as well be aware of it so that if someone else is going through it, you can at least have a frame of reference for what's going on. There you go. Having had said that, I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So, like I said, those are the biggest energies for Thursday. I'm going to pull your name, and then I will do a quick mini from recent past up until this point. And when we will, you're only the second sign that's received this one. We got Shapeshifter. So this is going to be significant. Capricorn, this is going to be significant for you. Let's go ahead and take a look. Things are completely changing for you. You are going to be unrecognizable potentially at the end of this situation, okay? But, so Shapeshifter is what's going on. Let's pull the big deck out. Let's pull out the big dogs. And let's see what energy is transpired from recent past until now. All right. Capricorn. No, it cannot be the whole deck. I'm sorry. I love it when they comp. You guys know that I do. For me, that's my sign that there's a whole story that needs to be told there, but I'm not taking half the deck on the first jump. Okay. Capricorn. Recent past till now. Thank you. Couple cards. All right. Okay. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Ooh, fantastic. Well, the first card out is Six of Cups. This card is titled Pleasure, but as you guys all know, the Six of Cups has multiple meanings. It does mean good, gorgeous energy of past pleasurable moments. It also has the significance of childhood memories. It also has the significance of spirits, your galactic family, being in your presence or trying to get a hold of you in some particular shape, way, or fashion. Okay, we have the Nine of Swords. In this card, it's titled Cruelty. Nine of Swords energy is very anxious energy. It's energy that creates enough irritation that you are over anxious, overtired, not sleeping thoroughly at night, not getting a full night's worth of sleep. You keep waking up. A lot of subconscious energy that's popping out for you, and otherwise it's just things that are you're kind of beating yourself up about internally a little bit. So not very cool content. Three of Pentacles here, okay, indicates that it could possibly be someone that you are affiliated with at work. It doesn't necessarily have to be, but there's someone that's involved in your area here, Capricorn, that was significant about this. Interesting cards. And then the last card that we have here is the Star card. Well, hello. So major arcana for our Aquarius. So as I sit down and I take a look at these together, yes, we will pull clarifiers. I'm very interested in what's going on with this Cruelty card. Because everything else that's on this board is extremely positive. So I see this as anxiety. So what I'm being told to tell you is there's a very straightforward message here for someone as well, is that your spirit guides are contacting you in your sleep. So you're waking up and you're waking up tired, even though you've had a full night's sleep, because you've been doing work in the astral. And it has something to do with you reaching your goals here for your earth walk. So that's one very specific, straightforward message. And they're giggling at me right now. Like, hello. Yeah, I know. But that's not going to resonate for everyone. So I'm going to make sure that I take a look at this Cruelty component here. There's also an indication that someone has been doing some shadow work on themselves, trying to clear themselves of past drama and hurt that was related to their childhood or something that had gone on in the past. Thank you very much. Okay, the Two of Wands supporting this Nine of Swords here. And while you're doing that shadow work, it's also important for you to be able to complete that so that you can reach your next goal, okay? So, wow, well, this is very interesting. Okay, and that makes sense as well. So we have the Two of Wands. We have the Two of Wands, we have the Ace of Wands, and then we have Temperance. So we're going to start with these two first. Two of Wands is indicating that a choice needs to be made, but you have many options that are available to you. And then when the universe presents you with the Two of Wands, it doesn't make a difference whether you go left or you go right, because at that point you really have the world in your hands and you cannot make a wrong decision. Okay, the universe is going to support you either way. They're just saying you've got this plethora of options that are going on. So pick the one that feels most comfortable for you. The Ace of Wands now presents itself to say, hey, there's something brand new as far as a spark, an idea, something that's really driving you passionately. That's the direction that you need to go in. But what's going on here is I have Temperance that's presenting itself in the reverse position. So there's a little bit of trepidation, and you've had a little bit of challenge times with this Sagittarius card here, this energy of the Aeon who's doing this alchemy behind the scenes to really get balanced with what you feel most comfortable with. So that obviously would affect your sleep as well. And if your choice had something to do with work, a new job, creating a new business, the threes are all about expansion. So any of those particular areas or any of those particular three scenarios come into play and make a lot of sense to me at this point. I do want to hit this three of discs, this Three of Pentacles real quick, just to see what else I can find out about this. And then we will, woohoo, go into the week. Judgment. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Interesting. So this is concluded. You guys know that when Spirit comes out with the same card, at the end, it is the end. So what's going on here is you are struggling with memories of something that you were doing in a previous job is what I'm being shown, previous job or previous function, or something that you were doing at a previous time in your life where you were just very happy with your work. And you keep fixating on that. I will pull a card on that. Thank you, Spirit. And it is affecting your ability to move forward. So what I have to say to that person that's focusing on the old, when the Judgment card comes in, it does basically mean three different things. It means you need to make the best judgment call that's best for you. Again, that really does support this Two of Wands. Okay, you have an option. You can do whatever you would like to be able to do. Pick the one that makes you the happiest if you haven't already done that last week. Because again, these are energies that are carrying forward. And if any of these cards repeat, then we'll know that's still in your energy. But the other judgment is that someone made a judgment call in your favor. Okay, so someone made a judgment call for you. Maybe someone selected you for a new job. And that, you know, was a fantastic thing. So seeing that next to the star with that particular scenario, because again, the Three of Pentacles closes out this particular question here. That's a congratulatory place that you can be in. But again, I can understand why that would keep you up at night if you were having a choice, then you made the choice and you weren't feeling very comfortable about it. Queen of Cups is who shows up to support our Six of Cups card. So this very much is indicative to me of an older female who would have been in your family line, who was trying to communicate with you in the spirit world. Okay, it doesn't have to be a grandmother, but it's definitely, I'm getting female vibes that were off of that. Again, this isn't going to resonate with everyone, but this message is for someone, so I'm going to keep going with it. And the content that they're sharing with you in your dream state, or even guidance that you're getting, are small little niblets, like small little trails of content that we're helping to lead you and guide you. So very often when our family members cross over, they don't always have to, but many of them will stick around as a secondary support, as a spirit guide. Some actually step into that role fully, but you definitely had guidance from the other side on this new venture that you were taking advantage of, and you just have to completely feel balanced about that. I'm going to take one card for the star. We have the Emperor that shows up in the reverse position. Okay, so it tells me that there's some there's lack of confidence a little bit. Again, not for everyone, but for a few, about taking on a new position or not feeling as though you're going to get what you want. The threes are all about expansion. So it's taking something that you already have and you're doing something new and robust with it. The other thing that it can mean is that you're not quite organized. I'm sorry for being blunt, but you might not be 100% organized in your thought process in order to help manifest what it is that you're trying to bring into the natural. So let me get another card on that one. And then we're going to conclude, and then we're going to go forward so we can see what's going on for this week. Yeah, you're resisting something. We've got the Death card in the reverse position. So the Death card is indicating this is major Scorpio energy. And of course, we've got this major Aries energy that's sitting here. And the Star card is the energy of Aquarius. I'm getting this weird flash. Let me just put my old lady glasses on real quick. Let me just take another peek at this card to see if there's anything else I can pull out of it. So what I'm being told is that there needs to be a little bit more grounded energy. You also have to be able to ensure that when you are asking for something, especially if you're expanding, you may need to let something else go completely. And it looks like there's a little bit of resistance to that. And there's a little bit of resistance towards that organization, and or there is someone in your world that you are resistant to that is in part of this new project or this new goal or this new want that you have that's creating a little bit of friction for you. So they were going to go ahead and leave it there. Those are enough scenarios for me to be able to understand how to take the rest of the reading in. So we're going to put these back in. Shuffle up and deal. I am going to do a thorough, give it a couple quick 3, and then we'll get started. So I'm looking at Shapeshifter, and that's a master card. It's card number 8. And the 8s, like I said before, all have to do with prosperity. They all have to do with movement. They all have to do with changing. And so the previous energy, again, from the extreme recent past, where things are sitting right now, it's telling you that and by the end of this particular week, this is exactly where you're going to be. So let's find out what that means for our Capricorn. I'm going to give it another quick shuffle here. All right. The 14th through the 20th for our Aquarius, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I've heard several. First card out is the 6 of Swords energy. Very good. Moving forward. In this card, it's titled Science. It has to do with receiving the alchemization that was happening from Temperance. And that's why they don't call it Temperance in the same disc. They call it Aeon. We have the 5 of Discs. But we also have the 7 of Wands. Wow, that's a lot of conflicting energy right there. So you're moving forward in the right direction, it seems, moving out of troubled waters into something that's a little bit more calm. It does worry you when it comes to your finances with the 5 of Pentacles, like you're feeling as though you may not have enough. But at the end of the day, based on what we have here, this Leo and Mars energy that shows up with the 7 of Wands, saying that there's valor that's in here. You're keeping your head above water. You're doing what you need to be able to do. And then we have the Queen of Swords that shows up here. So the Queen of Swords is here to say, listen, you got to cut out the negative thinking. That's literally what I'm being told. Cut out the negative thinking. Get down to brass tacks. So there's work to be done as far as I see it. What else do we have here? That practical energy that I was talking to you about when Virgo goes into play on Thursday, that's the Queen of Swords right there. Okay, she's very discerned. She does use her heart and she does use her brain, but she uses her brain more so than anything else. And she will make very quick decisions to, you know, cut things out that no longer serve her. It is this top card, beg your pardon. This next card that we do have, though, yeah, it's this Knight of Wands. We've got this Knight of Wands in the reverse position here. Now, technically, we don't read the Thoth Tarot deck in that way, but there's something significant about this energy that we've got going on here. Okay, what else do we have for Capricorn? And we will clarify, okay? We'll clarify here. Thank you. No shit. Awesome sauce. Okay. Here's what we have. We have the 7 of Cups. In this card, it's titled Debauch, which is basically debauchery, which means that you're messing up your ideas about these options that are being presented to you. There's a lot of fear that's going on here. The King of Cups now presents himself here in the reverse position. And then the Queen of Wands shows herself in the upright position. So I'm very clearly being shown that the challenge is that you're still fighting a little bit, Capricorn, many of you, from moving on to the next thing. You're scared about money. You're trying to keep your head above water. You need to make the best decisions for you that are going to cut the fat. Cut the fat, cut the fat. Now, the Knight of Wands is asking you to slow down. You might be overthinking this to the point of exhaustion. So when the Knight of Wands shows up to us in the reverse position, okay, there's energy that's saying you're going to burn yourself out if you don't slow down a little bit. You need to slow down, okay? When the King of Wands shows himself in the reverse position, it means that you may not have all of the information that you need in order to do this thing like right now. You're gathering the content, which is where the worry is coming from, the Five of Pentacles, but you may not have 100% of the detail. You do have a lot of ideas. The Seven of Cups is here to say that. But if you don't get yourself organized, okay, that Aries energy that showed up, it's not going to work out well. You start with 1, then you go to 2. I talked about it, I think, for maybe Scorpio. I think it was either Libra or Scorpio. You have to start with 1, then you go to 2, pull the lowest hanging fruit off the tree. Start with one thing that you can do well all the way through so that you can level up and then take the next and then take the next, okay? Then what we have is we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse position. So the Knight of Cups in the reverse position is just like, you know what? I just can't even right now. And that's because I just don't have my emotion. I'm not emotionally prepared to be going through all of the things that are happening right now because it's too much. It's too much at once. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the Queen of Wands wants to come out. No, this is mega entrepreneurial energy right here. So whether you're male or female, the Queen of Wands, I've said it 1,000 times, is my personal favorite queen of the entire deck. She knows what she wants. She's passionate about what she wants. She goes after what she wants. She's strategic in her thinking. She brings the resources in that she needs to help support her, kind of like mini Empress energy for me, if you will. And then she's also kind with it. She knows that she can't dedicate 100% of herself, which is why she brings those other resources in. So for me, I feel, and I'm seeing delegate a little bit more, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to clarify some of these different cards for you, okay? So let's go in and see what's going on with this Six of Wands. You're going in the right direction. Even if you choose something new, there's nothing wrong with having to have a little bit of time to get through what you need to be able to get through in order to get organized. But Capricorn, you're having a problem. It seems like trying to stick with one thing. We're going to find it out because there's a partner in here. I'm being told there's a partner in here that's not potentially pulling their weight to help support this goal. We have the Strength card. Wow. Thank you. We have the Strength card supporting the Six of Wands. There is a healing that's going on with this. You do need to continue to follow guidance. That is why the Six of Cups was very relevant in your past. You are receiving guidance, whether or not you realize it or not. You are receiving guidance. You are supposed to be doing this because we have the Neptunian card here, this Pluto card, beg pardon, Neptunian energy with the Fool here, talking about, yeah, you need to take that leap forward. You need to be able to move and do this new, brand new thing for yourself. You're strong enough to be able to get this done. So now let's go ahead and take a peek. I'm going to put these over here so that I have a little bit more space. Yeah, just so that I can get through this. We're gonna whip through these. Five of Pentacles, we're worried about this. Now, okay, fives are all about change, okay? And fives are middle of road energy, which means there's an opportunity to course correct where you can. What else do we need to pull out of this for our Capricorn about them worrying? This is Venus and Taurus energy. I mean, this is the Empress energy that's sitting here. The Chariot, having a rough time. The Chariot is presenting itself in the reverse position, again, indicating burning yourself out. You don't have your organization together, and those horses are going in two different directions, okay? Let me get a card on the Chariot, please, with this Five of... No, I don't want the whole deck. Please jump. With this Chariot card on top of the Five of Discs, please. Why is the Chariot card here? Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. There's impatience with the Seven of Pentacles, and there is Well, we have the moon card. Sorry about that. This transition that's going to happen for you, Capricorn, on Sunday is going to be kind of like the big kicker. This is where Pisces comes into play for you. They're saying that there's subconsciously, you have a lot of work to do when it comes to clearing. How do I say this? Money value issues. We'll go back to that. There's clearing that needs to be done for you when it comes to finances and money clearing. It's almost like, not all of you, but some of you are going to feel like you don't have what it takes in order to manage your books, your bank account. They're just asking you to be patient. You just got to be patient. But that root chakra is all about, your root chakra is way out of whack for some of you, and you need to work on your root chakra. Your root chakra or base chakra, it's the same word. You literally sit on it, which is why when you see people doing their yoga poses, they sit crisscross applesauce, or however you want to put it, or you sit flat with your legs straight out for people that have bad knees and that. You need to ground. Like, you literally need to go outside and you need to ground, and you need to work on that root chakra, because your root chakra is integral as far as your ancestry, and it's important for your sense of being when it comes into play with resource and structure and support, financial support. So there we go. Yes. So this King of Cups shows back up. This energy is saying, and I don't believe that this is you, Capricorn, as much as I believe that this is somebody else at this particular moment who is very emotional about this change. They are like, you're keeping yourself above. You're trying very, very hard, but it's almost like you have someone that's bringing you down a nub. You got a Debbie Downer in here with this Knight of Cups in the reverse position. It's very possible that it could be you in energy of just not feeling confident, and woe is me kind of a situation, but I get more than that. Empress energy. Yeah, see, I get that the Empress energy is you, and in alignment more with the Queen of Wands energy. So what I'm getting is that this Knight of Cups, there's someone who's maybe fighting you a little bit on this change. Who is this Knight of Cups? Knight of Cups is someone that would have previously, that you're trying, yeah, there's something going on with this offer. So it's possible, again, not for everyone, but it's possible that you have a water sign who you were working with in this offer. The deal has been done, and the balance of dollars and cents now is not necessarily, although it should be equal, it doesn't seem that it's equal. Like, you're going into a new business partnership with someone and they're not like pulling their weight somehow. And you are trying to be the Empress, waiting for what you put out into the universe to come to you, which is, you know, how you would want to do it. But you're not receiving that for some reason. So they're telling me to say patience. It's Aries and, or excuse me, this Mars and Leo energy. This is very interesting to me. Give me, whoops. Sorry about that, guys. Give me another card on this Empress, please. No, they said, nope, I got it. Queen of Swords energy. When we hit this Thursday mark, what does our Capricorn need to know? Ace of Cups in the reverse position. You're starting to doubt. You need to cut out the Debbie Downers. You need to cut out this lack of emotional support. Because there's the Eight of Pentacles. There's work to be done so that it works out and balanced in your favor. So you definitely need to address this person, if it's a partner, who is creating this kerfluffle for you, okay? Knight of Wands in reverse is like asking you to slow down at that moment. Really review your options. This person is going to be a challenge. I want to take another look at this Knight of Cups. You need to tell this Knight of Cups, whoever it is, that they need to go and have their own little hermit Virgo moment. They need to be able to ground. So here's what I'm going to suggest for you about that. When this Thursday energy comes, you need to listen to all their craziness. Utilize and understand where they're coming from. And you might need to make a decision that says, I agree, or we need to agree to disagree. We're not on the same page at the moment. And if we want this to work, right, then we're going to need to make sure that we're organized. This is where you get to step up a little bit more. We need to have all these things done, but we can only do what we can reach first. So let's strategize, business plan. Let's go down into the weeds that way. And I really want your help, blah, blah, blah. I need for you to go in a little bit, and I need for you to sit down and think about it. It is possible that this individual is an Aquarius or a Virgo as well. I have to put it out there. Now, where are we at? Because this is the energy of our Capricorn here in their moments. Whoops, beg your pardon. Clarity will come. Clarity's going to come. That sword is going to be yielded in the right way of how to move forward. There's the Judgment card again. Okay, so you're going to utilize the ideas that you have to help bring this back together and right the ship, so to speak. And don't resist your own ideas. That's exactly what's going on here. So we're going to go and real quick clarify with one or two cards, and then we're going to go into the Shapeshifter. Ooh, beg pardon. Seduction. So this is the energy of Pisces. Okay, this is this weekend's energy with the retrograde happening and where we're sitting with Jupiter. This is the retrograde right here. Okay. The word seduction means you need to understand why it is that you're all up, all in. And ask your partner, why is it that they're all up, all in for doing this, if that's what it happens to be about. Okay. And yeah, ultimately, there's that Mars in Gemini energy decision. If this isn't going to be the partnership that's going to be supportive for what you want, then maybe they don't need to be there as a potential. Sorry. But ultimately what the universe is trying to tell you is this Virgo, yeah, this is not you, this Virgo that is also in this Jupiter moment needs to have patience. Okay? They need to have patience. You guys you can't row the boat in two different directions. You got to be paddling upstream the same direction. And then the last one that we have here is in the reverse position. I'm going to read it. Is Jupiter in Taurus energy, and the challenge that's going on is status. Somebody wants their status to be changed. Well, you can only do so much. You've got to work for it. You've got to have patience. And this is why the Debat card is sitting here the